Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and gorgeous PNC Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Lions going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And now,
first pitch coming at you right after the break. And towing the slab, Jose Molina. What do you have on him, Singy?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
David Gomez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
first pitch, 7:07.
The lefty, the 1-0. Ground ball right side.
That's a foul ball.
Foul ball. One now. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup.
Number 13.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Ball. Ball two.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Inside. Full count now. Stays alive.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Good job to fight that one off. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Third baseman, number 7.
Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Arlo Randolph. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. That one missing inside. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. On to first, double play. Offense held in check there, and now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound today, Domingo Lozano. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, it's a 3-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all 3 if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Stepping in, Joe Wood.
Third baseman, number 47.
Wood matched a homer in his last game. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. on the ground, right side. Gilliam takes it to the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Pirates lineup now.
Number 26.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Slings to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Number 51.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Clemente Villa.
Ball 1.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a bouncer. Play made, that ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Pittsburgh, all set for the start of the inning. Roger Gilliam now at the plate. First pitch way inside, a fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Molina making his first start of the year. And he was born in the Dominican
That's
Republic.
a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Tap foul at the plate. Out to short. Over to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, catcher, number 9.
It was a bang-bang play at first, Singy, so let's take another look at the throw that made it possible to get the out.
No doubt that 85-mile-per-hour heater was the difference on this play, according to StatCast. And it looked like a blur going across the infield from up here, and they just got the out.
Ball, no.
The 1-0. In the air, right field. Snowden should have this one. And there are 2 outs.
Batting fifth, second baseman, number 83.
Now it's the second baseman, David Baroa. That's
Ball,
off the
that's
mark,
too low.
and it's 1-0. No score here in the second. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And now 1-2. That one missed. Lifted in the air, right field. Snowden has a beat on it, and that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Lewis Gibson.
Number 28.
Off the plate.
Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 31.
Drive.
Line to left.
That's a foul ball.
Foul ball. Got him swinging. 2 out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Digging in, Gio Birch. And there's a ball. Two down, nobody on. This one popped up. Gilliam under it. And that'll do it. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at PNC Park, new inning getting started. Brent Buckner getting ready to hit. Fought off foul. Here's a high chopper. It's in and out of his glove, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
The designated hitter, number 32.
Going 1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Swings through that.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. And that's down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and yes, he offered at it.
Center fielder, number 26.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So up next, Dan Brubaker.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here in Pittsburgh, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Keith Benedict.
Baseman, number 12.
Pitch
Ball.
misses there. Ball one. Just
Ball.
missed.
That's too high.
And
No, that's
another
down.
ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one
Ball
misses.
four.
So a leadoff walk.
Batting eighth, designated hitter, number 10.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Pitch
No.
misses. Ball one. Swing and a foul out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that skips into dirt.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
One out, man at first. Up next for the Pirates, Norm Damon. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Outside. Ball one. Next offering is downstairs. Runner goes again. Pitch
Ball
misses. Throw to
Out on the
second.
tag.
Out.
You know, when you've got cooler temperatures like this, sometimes it's a little harder to get some offense going because hitters just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being aggressive there, trying to get into scoring position by stealing a bag, I get it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
He goes down looking. On to the fourth. Still scoreless. On to the fourth. And now the right fielder, David
number
Gomez.
63.
Molina back to work.
You know,
Ball.
this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of
Yeehaw!
outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Ball.
That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out trying for three.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you've got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing a potential rally.
Outside low, ball one. And that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Now here is Arlo Randolph. The 1-0.
No, that's the ball.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. That one fouled off. The 2-1. Struck him out without a swing. That K is his third of the game.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Gilliam in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Fouled off left side. That's outside.
A ball.
It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Bottom 4 at the plate for Pittsburgh, Joe Wood.
Number 47.
On the ground to the left, Chang. Tosses to first.
Out of there.
Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, number 26.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That
Ball
one
one.
missed. This one in the air, center field. Baroa in position. And there's 2 down.
Now batting.
Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that 4-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And right now, he's shutting this lineup out, so we might stick with it.
The Buccos hitless so far in the game. that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one in the dirt. 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-out double. It's their first hit of the game.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Next to hit, Lewis Gibson. And that drops in for a strike.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swing and a miss. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The Pirates with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Goes down looking.
He's in a tough spot. Got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Ball one there. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. In the air, right side. Snowden under it. Takes it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, number 83.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
There's a strike. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. There's a strike. Out towards right center field. Gibson moving under it. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, number 0.
Brent Buckner will hit next. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Back after this on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Knox.
Number 31.
You know, these Pirates being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Ball 2.
Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Gilliam under it. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, number 22.
Ha! Ball.
That's
Ball
down
2.
and in. Fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Benedict at the plate for the 2nd time as he takes ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
The 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. That's a laser base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Gets him to chase after that one. Activity in the bullpen for the first time. Samuel Segura appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Welch getting cranked up as well. Hard hit right side. And that will end the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at PNC Park, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Johnny Schaefer.
Down in the zone with that two-seamer if you're gonna be effective with it.
Outside.
Probably looks more
Ball
focused
2.
at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Fastball for a strike. Check swing called strike. 2-2. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
He was late there. Strike 1. The 0-1. That's a little bit low.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Line drive. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Jose Molina departs, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Todd Ham comes on now. And here is David Gomez, 1 for 2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead runs at third.
Shortstop, number 13.
In this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
2 on, 1 out. High fly ball right field. Snowden settles underneath it. He's got it. Runner tags for third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Now batting, third baseman, number 7.
Now a chance for Arlo Randolph. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Foul ball, still 0-2. On the inside corner for called strike 3. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Lions on top 1-0.
Now pitching.
Back now for the
Number
bottom of the
15.
6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Samuel Segura. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
Ball.
The 1-0. And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting. Third baseman.
Joe
number
Wood,
47.
the next Pirate to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. 2 down.
Now batting. Right fielder. Number 26.
Ball. No. Hey.
Two down, nobody on. That
Ball.
misses the zone, and the count is 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Pirates. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in Pittsburgh, we go to the top of the 7th.
Number 1.
Roger Gilliam digs in now. That one
Ball.
almost got him. Sliced hard but foul. Next offering is fouled back. And that one hammered way back there. It's got a chance. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Now batting. Catcher. Number 9.
Hey.
Foul ball there. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 3-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Todd Hand is done, and a good job from the opener. Didn't allow a hit. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Gerard James gets handed the rock out of the pen. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now it's going to be Brent Buckner. That one called a strike, and it's 0-1. There's a strike at the knees.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Clemente Villa.
Number 51.
Ball 1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. One away. Big time out leading off the home 7th.
Number 28.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Samuel Segura done for the night, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now at the plate, Brian Knox. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
In the air, right field. Gomez gets under it, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They trail here 1-0. Back here at PNC Park for the top of the 8th, Johnny Schaefer now at the plate. That pitch clips the outside corner. Strike 1. James in his rookie season, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. On the ground, out to short. Handles, throws to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Center fielder, number 26.
No, outside. No, that's a ball.
Next pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes. And there's the strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Next offering is fouled back. Popped up. Benedict settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, number 63.
Back to the top of the order now. David Gomez, the next to hit. 1 for 3. He swings and fouls one off. Check swing went around. That is strike 2.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Good eye right there.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. And we're back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Gio Birch.
Number 22.
Ball 1.
Meanwhile, Activity in the bullpen. Benito Gonzalez, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Arneson getting loose as well. And the 1-0.
Hike.
This one in the air right field. And there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, number 12.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And fouled off. The 0-2. And ball 1. That's a strikeout. Good looking sweeper there. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Next is the Pirates DH, Eddie Infante. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sets him down looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Bucks go down quietly. They still trail 1-0.
Now pitching
Mackenzie
for the Pirates,
Cobain on to pitch out of the pen here.
55. Leading off, shortstop, number 13.
This one in the air center field. Gibson in and to his right. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Now batting, third baseman, number 7.
Now the third baseman, Arlo Randolph. 0 for 3 in this one. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. John Lewis up and throwing. Griffin, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now.
Ball.
Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The 1-2. And that's
Ball.
outside. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
No.
Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Cobain, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Out to center. Gibson settles under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that.
Now pitching.
Benito
Number 2.
Gonzalez takes over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Norm Damon. And that one just missed off the outside edge. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, number 47.
Now. And that one fouled off. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
That's a really good take.
In there. Got him looking for the K. And the Pirates with only 1 out left.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Last chance now for the Pirates. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Robbie Snowden.
Hey.
2 down, nobody on. That one the other way. And that is the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.